Welcome to my channel. My name is Alethea, and I want to share with you what's about to happen. It's about to go down. Our January Stash Busting Fast. Actually, our annual January Stash Busting Fast. But give me just a quick second. I'm going to go ahead and share this out if you don't mind. Housekeeping, reconnecting. All right, so it's about to go down, y'all. And y'all know, for those of you that have been with me for years, you know exactly how we do it. Every January is our annual stash busting fast. Actually, it's our stash busting fabric and pattern fast. All right, so I just want to give you a little bit of details on what it is we're going to be doing in the month of January. So this is part one. Just want to kind of fill you in on the dates. Um, Let me see if, hey, Miss Addie, I think you are the one on right now, but that's okay. I'm not going to be on here long because, as usual, I'm taking my break and chatting and eating at the same time. But if you don't mind, you get a moment, just share this out. So, starting January 5th, which is this coming Monday, that's when our annual Stash Busting Fast kicks off. All right. So I will, in part two of this Stash Busting Fast video, giving you the updates. I will update you. I will update you on exactly what we're going to be doing each week. So there are 4 full weeks in the month of January. So starting Sunday, January 5th, and we'll be ending. Actually, we'll be ending on a Saturday this time. And I'll probably give you like a little extra day, which will be February 1st. So we usually start our fast on a Sunday, any challenge actually, and we end up on a Saturday. But the 31st of January falls on a Saturday, which is okay. So we're going to roll with that. So each week we'll have something designated to do. I will tell you this. We will be focusing on techniques. So we'll be doing sew-alongs, or you'll be sewing from your pattern stash. And so I guess I should have started with that, exactly what the Stash Busting Fast is. But I did want to just preempt and say that I want to focus on techniques this time around, as opposed to just sewing random patterns. So we'll be spotlighting some features. Now, of course, just as the title suggests, it's a stash busting fabric and pattern fast. And you probably seen in the little thumbnail that this is a 80, there'll be an 80-20 rule in effect. I'll explain that in a minute. So the way the stash busting fast works is that you don't buy any fabric or patterns. No fabric buying during the month of January, and no patterns. Okay. So you can't swap fabric, can't swap patterns, can't do commercial patterns, PDF patterns. Now, if you want to draft your own pattern, that's different because you don't require fabrics to do that. Except for, now, I hope you have like muslin fabric at home if you're going to do that. So yeah, long as you got materials in your stash, you're good with that. But no buying fabric. You gotta sew from your stash what something that you already have, and you have to use patterns that you already have. Okay, cannot swap patterns. So I'm gonna reiterate that. Now here's where the 80-20 rule comes into effect. All right, so 80% of each project you create each week or throughout the month of January must come from your stash. 80% must come from your stash. That means that you have 20% allowance to purchase, stuff like lining, interfacing, and maybe you need to do a contrasting fabric for something. Maybe you want to do a contrast collar and you don't quite have what you need. You can use your 20% for stuff like that. All right. But 80% of your project, your fabric must come from your stash. Now, you can purchase notions. So there's no restrictions on notions. All right. No restrictions on notions. That's worth repeating. So that means you can buy zippers, you can buy buttons, you can buy snaps, you can buy thread, needle, whatever you need to complete your project. Because if you're like me, sometimes I might see something, a fabric, I pull it out, I like it. I got tons of buttons, but just not quite the right button or the right zipper for my project. So feel free to buy notions. So say it with me. No fabric, no patterns, okay? And no swapping. All right, no swapping. So listen, it's going down again this coming Monday, January 5th. All right, so 12 a.m. to January 31st, 11:59 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we ought to be able to get a lot done in that time frame. It doesn't matter what you do. It doesn't matter what patterns you choose. Each week we'll have an agenda. All right. So in part two, I'll express what that agenda is. All right. Hey, Lucy Sharp, how art thou? And those of you that are coming in watching, thank you so much for watching. My name is Alethea, and I'm actually the founder and creator of So Much Talent. And this is one of our annual challenges, sewing challenges that I'm speaking on. That's our annual Stashbusting fast, which means that we are refraining from buying fabric and we're refraining from buying patterns during the whole month of January. Now think about it. You got 11 other months of the year that you can buy all of this stuff. We've collected all of this fabric. We've collected patterns month after month. And some of you haven't even touched it. Some of you haven't even looked at the fabric that you purchased. A lot of times we buy fabric because we saw somebody else with it, we liked it, or you just perusing the internet and you happen to see some fabric that you like, or maybe you joined a challenge and you were required to buy a pattern and some fabric just to keep up with the challenge, but you didn't do it. So let's get rid of some of that stuff. Let's knock it out. All right, let's bust some stash. We have a lot of fun with it every year, so I'm excited about it. But this is part one of this video, just announcing the Stash Busting Fast. So part two, which may come out this evening, or it may come out, I may do it early tomorrow, but I will express the agenda for each week. All right, so again, I did say that each week we will focus on a technique. All right, so I do want to say that. Now, I'm sure you have patterns in your stash that you can utilize to accomplish the techniques that we'll focus on. So that way, this whole sew along, this whole challenge will be kind of, it will be a learning curve as well, as well as, getting some of that stash out of the way. All right, so it'll be a twofold purpose: learn something and get some stuff out of the way. And you benefit from it because now you're going to get to wear something. You're going to get to check a pattern off your list. You're going to get to check some fabric off your list. We might even have some prizes. So I did say I want to get back to that because in days of old, so this challenge is probably about 8 years old, but we would do some giveaways. All right, we would have some of our in-group members. So if you're part of the So Much Talent Facebook group, thank you for being a part. We have a lot of business owners in there, a lot of folks that are, whether they're business owners or maybe they're hobbyists and they just like creating things. They donate some of their items, their handmade or handcrafted items, or maybe they've made creative books or videos, or they do classes. Sometimes they will donate or sponsor our challenges. So that's in the works for this. So who knows? Keep track of all of your fabric that you use. Keep track of the patterns that you use. And so I won't even speak on the qualifications right now for winning, but maybe we'll talk about that in the second video. Who knows? There might even be a third video. All right. But anyway, I thank you so much for those of you that are joining the challenge. Many of you have already expressed on IG that you want to participate in this challenge. So thank you so much for being a part. We're going to have some fun. All right. This is going to be a fun challenge. So even if you're a newbie, you're a beginner, you can still join the challenge. It doesn't matter what your skill level is. You just starting out, or you've been sewing for a minute, or you need to improve on your skills just a little bit. This will be a great time to get involved. All right. So there's no signing up. You don't have to sign up. If you are participating, just tag us somewhere. Tag us here. Tag So Much Talent. Just hashtag So Much Talent. I'll see it. DM me, message me. If you're on IG, was where I spend a lot of my time. You could DM me there or hashtag us in your photos and your pictures and let us know what your intentions are. All right. Hey, Elisa. Happy New Year. I didn't even say that, y'all. Happy New Year to everybody. I hope this will be a great year for you all. This is a new year. This is a new season. Looking forward to some great opportunities ahead, and I hope you are expecting the same thing. Um, we were in church last night, and one of the ministers said, if you don't expect nothing, you won't get nothing. So I hope you are expecting something good to happen for you in this coming year. So don't expect nothing, won't get nothing. All right. So what are your expectations? I hope that you are expecting to join this challenge. I hope you are expecting to join this challenge, and I hope you are expecting to bust a lot of stash. All right. So I love y'all to life. Blessings and peace. Y'all have an awesome new year, and I hope to see you in the midst of this challenge. Stay tuned for part 2 of the stash busting details, and get your fabric and your patterns together. Start looking now. All right. If you have any questions, inbox me and let me know. All right. Have a great day.